Hi everyone, and it's Wednesday. It's time for another edition of News 2 Gives Back. I'm meteorologist Marcus Bagwell, and News 2 Gives Back is brought to you by Nashville Subaru in partnership with the Nashville Predators. We are in Mount Juliet today in Wilson County, and we are with the Fire Department of Mount Juliet to talk about some of the great growth that is happening here in the city and more of the first responders that are available to you here if you live in Mount Juliet to be able to provide you with their needs, including a new EMS service that is dedicated to the city of Mount Juliet. We'll talk more about that here in just a moment, but I want to introduce you to Interim Fire Chief Joey Edwards. Joey, thank you so much for your time. Great to meet you. Tell us a little bit more about what's been happening here in Mount Juliet. A lot of growth happening. A lot of folks are moving here.
Yeah, absolutely. No, we're excited for News 2 to join us today and do this Gives Back. It's always a pleasure to have you guys as guests. But no, the city of Mount Juliet's growing. We're a busy place. We're constantly growing. I feel like it's our major things going on in the city and the city business between our fire department, our police department, and public safety, and then on top of that with planning department and the building department, they stay really busy. So our city's definitely blessed with great elected leaders, city leadership, and all the department heads that operate it so well.
Yeah, that is awesome. Now, you all have a brand new station. That's where we're at here. We're over off of Green Hill Road. Tell us about this new station, when it was built, and you have some friends next door too, as well, that just had a recently new built school.
Yeah, now we became instant neighbors with Green Hill High School, and we're certainly we love being their neighbor. It's going to be fun, especially for Friday night football. I think that's what we're looking most forward to, and getting to go over there and take those trips and be with them during their sports season. So we look forward to that part. But this station was finished this year. It began about a year and a half prior to that. This is our third station that we added, even though it's Station 2. It's on the north side and services the north side of the city. We operate close to 5,000 calls a year throughout the city of Mount Juliet, and this is just another piece to that puzzle. This station houses an engine, a ladder, as well as an ambulance. So, as well as a fast vehicle that goes to medical calls that you said mentions with the EMS division and the support services that it offers. So, excellent.
Yeah, that's great. And speaking of EMS, how does it feel to be able to have an EMS service dedicated to the Mount Juliet city limits? I know you had Wilson County, and I know they will still help in time of need. Absolutely. And whatnot, but to be able to have one local to you all, what does that mean?
Yeah, the dedicated service, it's a benefit to the community. They're the ones that pay for it. They're the providers of it, and so the elected officials, they felt it was necessary to add that just because of the major growth that we had here. It's not uncommon for us to have I-40 backed up through the Nashville. We have a lot of people that travel through here, and so it just was at a time of need that we felt like we needed to add our own dedicated ambulance service. Definitely still strong partners with Wilson County EMS and all the things that WEMA does, and like I said, we're just super excited to continue that and see even what the future holds, because we know it's going to be great with what we have going.
Yeah, that's great. Well, I'm going to bring you back in just a second, Chief Edwards. Let me bring in Chief Eric Newman. He is the EMS chief for the Mount Juliet Ambulance Service. Thank you so much for your time. Tell us about the new ambulance service, how many ambulances you all have running in the city.
Yes, sir. Thank you for being here. We are structured to have 3 ambulances running in the city 24/7. That's one at each one of our stations, staffed at an advanced life support capability. We also have 2 fast cars at present that we run, one out of the north side, one out of the south side. And each fire engine that we have is staffed with medical supplies as well to be able to respond and provide that support until ambulances can arrive.
Okay, and tell us a little bit more about the fast car. How is that different from a normal ambulance that people typically will see arrive to a scene?
Sure. So our fast cars are comprised of medical professionals as well, either an AMT level or paramedic level at that point. We do have them staffed with advanced life support equipment. So in the event that an ambulance is transporting to the hospital or coming from the south side of town, wherever it may be, they can provide that advanced level care until our ambulances can arrive to transport.
Absolutely, that's great. And I know we've seen a couple ambulances leave already today before we started our Gives Back segment, because if there's a need for it and whatnot, which is good. Any advice that you have for the residents here when they call 911? What are some of the things that they may be asked to do before your crews arrive on scene?
Sure. One of the main important things is to know your exact location. Being able for our crews to locate you and get to you as quickly as possible is the key thing.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Well, congratulations on your new role, Chief Newman. Appreciate it. Let me bring back in Chief Edwards one more time. And Chief, I want to ask you just one more question about what's going on here in Mount Juliet. There's something big happening this weekend. We want to let the folks know about that.
Absolutely. We encourage you to come out this Saturday at 4 o'clock at the Charlie Daniels Park, right there in the center of town, just next to our police department. It's our Celebrate MJ event. Our Parks Department puts this on with Volunteer State Bank. Tons of different things for kids, for adults. Got food trucks, inflatables, you name it. Big deal. Mount Juliet's birthday, if you will. We had the big 50th birthday bash last year, and we're going to repeat it and do it again. So we encourage all people to come out this weekend. 4 o'clock, Charlie Daniels Park. It'll be a lot of fun, and you can grab some dinner as well as hang out with the family. So.
Wonderful. That's great. Well, thank you, Chief Edwards. Appreciate you. Hopefully the weather is going to be good on Saturday.
Yeah, it'll be pretty weather. Hopefully we can dodge some storms.
Yeah, we'll keep our fingers crossed on that. I know it does look a little bit unsettled. What a beautiful facility you all have, and it's great for the service of the city of Mount Juliet, and we're so glad to be able to provide them lunch today. The first responders, the folks that are on the ambulance as well, all of them, they do a great work for you here in Mount Juliet in the far west section of Wilson County. I'm News 2 meteorologist Marcus Bagwell. We're so glad to be able to give back to the Mount Juliet Fire Department today. This is all brought to you by Nashville Subaru in partnership with the Nashville Predators.